What's up, everybody? Welcome to the No Scrubs Allowed podcast, and happy 4th of July and
Yes,
NBA free
sir.
agency and all that other shit. Seal, how you doing, buddy?
Bro, I'm doing great. As you can tell, neither of us are wearing hats. So our wig game is on point right now,
Is
people.
there?
Y'all need to appreciate that. But I'm excited, dude. It's free agent period and basketball. Football starting to cook up. We got Baker getting traded. It's a prime time for sports, and we both know this time there's no prime time sports. It's baseball. And the
Yeah.
Red Sox keep sucking it up with pitching wise. So
Hey,
yeah,
but your
I'm
boy
doing great,
Sale
bro.
had a
It's
nice little
exciting.
rehab.
He did. He had a great
Yeah.
rehab, and he came back and let it be known that he is 85 years old, and there's nothing that we can do anymore. It's not 2017 Chris Sale, it's 2022 Chris Sale, and he had Tommy John 5 years ago, and we are also fucked when it comes to this man. So hopefully we have MLB free agency coming up next week. We have the trade deadline coming up. So hopefully the Red Sox are starting to push, starting to get motion because we're about 3 pitchers away from actually being able to win the division and shut the fucking Yankees up.
I don't think anybody's shutting the Yankees up in the regular season, but that's all right.
I
So,
know they have 20 more wins than us. That's me being positive.
I think they have 20 more wins than anybody else in the league. They are straight rolling, but
No, 13 losses is stupid.
So
It's stupid.
yeah, it's really stupid. So it was a great weekend. I had a longer weekend. It was 4th of July weekend. Neither one of us had games, so you don't have to hear us talking about our shitty games that we had.
No, we didn't. We did not. We didn't have anybody in my league text any hungriness like your league did.
I have not had anyone text since the game when they said, I'm gonna text you guys to go play.
Yeah. So I texted the group and let it be known we need to do better. We need to have a game plan. And the only response was somebody saying they wouldn't be there this weekend. That's not what I want. I don't give a fuck. If you're not here, that's cool. Everybody that's here, we need to come up with something. Like we are literally going to go down as the worst 2-1 team in
At
the
least my team
history
responds and then just doesn't show up. My
of
team's
this
like, hell
league.
yeah.
Yeah,
My team's
my
excited on
team
text.
responds with I won't be there, but make sure you guys feed Scott and Alan.
My
Like
team
that's
is excited on text, and that's about it.
so I'm going to, like I told you guys last week, I'm 1000% going to text the coach GM of our league and let him be known that listen, we need to figure it out. Like we need to know who the stars are. We need to know the game plan. Like let us know what you want to do so we can figure it out. Like we cannot lose anymore going in running rec league. Like all these teams isn't we're in week 4 now.
Yeah.
Right? We've had 2 bye weeks. All of these teams are primed. They know what they want to do. All we've been doing is running fucking rec league pickup game shit and figuring out on the fly. And we won 2 out of the 3 games, and we lost the 3rd game to the worst person in the league. I don't want to have that happen again. We talked about it last week, bro. Oops, sorry, I smacked it.
Okay.
I'm not down for that shit. These people don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
The only time they're texting is to let us know that they're not there. Like, I really wanted to text them and let them know I've been doing fucking a lot of jukeboxes. I've been doing a lot of side to sides. I've been working on my knees. I'm getting there. No, these motherfuckers aren't saying shit. The people who have 2 points in the whole season that I almost got into a fight with aren't saying they're out there running. They're not practicing their fucking shots. It's hoping Alan and fucking Scott do their thing every goddamn week.
I have been putting in a lot of work, a lot of shot work. I went out yesterday or whenever, not yesterday, Monday, and shot a whole bunch. I ended up hitting 6 out of 10 free throws, which is not good. I know 60% is not good, but on day 1, when I went out there, I hit 2 out of 10. So, and it was 6 out of 10 after my workout. I always do my calculation after my workout. So I went through all my shots. I went through all my shit. I ran my wind sprints. I'm tired as fuck. And I go to the free throw line and try to shoot. So while 6 out of 10 is shitty, I know, but it's up from 2 out of 10, which is where I started. And that's all that matters. And I'm getting to the point now where I can really start to correct, because what I've been doing is when I shoot, I call out where it's off to make sure my body is feeling right. Because if I say off left and it bounces off right, then it's like, why the fuck did you think it was off left kind of thing. So I'm getting now to where I know exactly where it's off. I know where it's going to hit. I lost Seal. But I know where it's gonna hit. I don't know if he'll be able to add in back in or not, but yeah, I know where it's gonna hit, and also I'm able to do that and get that shit going. So slowly but surely, it'll be there. Let's see if I can get Seal out of back in. Boom, 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 boom. So Seal's CPU just died, which sucks. Whatever. So it was going to be a pretty short week, and if we can get him back, he will hopefully join in on that shit. But if not, I will. Maybe I can pause this shit. Yeah, so I don't know how the pause thing works, but I just tried it out. So if this recording sounds shitty as fuck, I'm sorry. But
It's my
anyway,
fault.
like I was saying, I'm able to know now which way it's off. If it's left, it's always left or short. All my shit is left or short, which is a good problem to have if you're miss consistently, so that you can fix it. If I'm missing,
Opposite of me.
if I'm missing all over the place, then I don't know how to fix it. But now that all I'm doing is missing left or short, I can feel why, and I can get it a little better. My cardio is starting to really ramp up. I'm actually feeling really good. Nice. I could probably play an entire game if there's enough stoppages and stuff. If it's like a track meet type game, still no. But if there's fouls and if it's a slower team or whatnot, I think I might be able to play a full game, which is exciting.
That's dope, bro. Yeah, that's really dope. And first off, I want to apologize to the people if you do see something happen in the stream today in this episode. It's on me. We're getting our labels ready to go for our labels ready to go for our wedding invitations, to save the dates to the actual day. So we've been using our printer a lot, and I guess baby girl never plugged in the computer, so it died within 10 minutes of us recording tonight. So if you guys do have some kind of something happening, it's my fault. It's not Travis, it's me this time. It's all my fault. But yeah, it's exciting. You're doing work. I'm finally trying to do work. And whenever I do my jukeboxes, coming from left to right is a lot worse than going from right to left. And that's where you keep telling me, bro, get this fucking book. Need a toes. That's the way to go.
Work.
And baby girl ordered it today, so I'm really excited to be able to get there. But yeah, same thing with me, man. Like, we lost to the worst team in the league. I'm not here to talk about it either. We didn't have a game this week, but at least we didn't lose this week to the worst team in the league.
Right.
Like, I mean, I've been doing my best to be able to work defensively. We all know I have a shot. It'll hit when it starts hitting. Like, it hit the first week, it didn't hit the last 2 weeks, but I'm gonna keep letting it fly. Like, my shot's the only thing that I'm ever been confident at. That's what everybody knows. That's what JMO knew whenever he chose the chair over me, because he would rather have defense than 3 points. Like, I'd rather you fucking have, instead of 3 3-pointers, play defense.
Well, that's because that grace rim, that chair could probably hit a 3 on that grace rim.
Exactly. So, like, I've always had a shot, but my defense hasn't been there. And since I haven't played basketball, my side to side has been suspect. And that's what I did last night. I sent you the screenshot. There's no lies here. I did a mile, 1.2 miles, I think, of straight sprints. And half of those were going up, sprinting as hard as I could, and then backpedaling as hard as I could, hitting some jukeboxes, hitting some side to side shuffles. But literally, it took me 22 minutes of sprints because I took a break every time. I was on my side road. I don't have, and that's the best thing that we have, the break, right? That we found. When you're taking a break, shoot some free throws. That was the best thing to come out of that. I wish I could do that, but I will literally sit there and
shoot your imaginary free throws.
Three, 4 free throws, right? And then I'll go and hit my sprint again. And I wasn't just sticking to the plan. I was doing jukeboxes. I was doing going, shuffling back, hitting side to sides, sprinting all the way the fuck down, which is probably 1/10 of a mile, sprinting all the way back. That's why I did it the last 3 times, because I was at 0.73. And then I did it 3 more times and got to 1.9 or whatever the fuck I got to when I sent it to you. But yeah, like, it's gonna work out, bro. And I appreciate that I have you to keep me accountable. And when I'm not doing it, you talk shit on me for being a lazy fat lard and all this shit. Like, we're here to do work, bro. And that's what we're trying to do. And that should be like something that everybody can see. Like everybody has their problems. I have 3 kids. I have a full-time job that isn't a 9 to 5. It should be, but it's not. They call me in randomly and they tell me randomly I got to stay till fucking 11 o'clock and we can't do our podcast until 3 hours later than we normally do it on a fucking Wednesday because it's just what it is. Like you always have to adapt. You always got to change shit. And that's literally what I was doing last night. And a couple of times when I was backpedaling, I hit that cornerback.
Yeah.
Like I was just like I would turn my hips, bring my arms up, and just trying to get as much agility as I can. Because we know if we stick to this next season, it's a fucking wrap.
Yeah.
Like it is a wrap. I will be the leader on whatever team I'm playing with. And you're definitely, if you are able to stick, because your league's way different than mine is, if you're able to stick with that same nucleus, that same 6 people, free agency type people,
Yeah.
and you show up next year a lot quicker, like they're gonna be like, yo, what the fuck? You're like, yeah, this is what I used to do in high school and college.
Right.
So
This is me putting in.
I'm not
No
surprised.
way.
Yeah,
But
I'm not surprised.
even just next game, they'll probably see a huge difference because we will have had 3 weeks off. We've already had 2 weeks off. We get another bye week this Tuesday. So
Same.
it's been a month. So I'll be ready to when it does come back.
Same
We got
for
2
me
more
too.
games.
I went and replayed back the tape for my games and seeing my shots that I was taking the first week when I was making 3 out of 5 threes. I was literally doing what was supposed to be done. I was jumping, I was shooting, and I was landing about 2.5, 3 feet away from where I started. That's how you make consistent baskets. You work everything into it. You work your hips. The last 2 weeks, straight
all
arms.
Yep.
Straight
all
arms.
That's why I'm short every time.
So on my sprint, the one before this one, I found a square that was dug out and repaved. It's completely different from the whole road. And it's 3.4 inches.
Right.
Perfect. So
Nice.
if I can at least start with my tiptoes and get at least half of my foot over it every single time I practice, and I just shoot the basketball at the electric lines, like I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about the bottom of my base. As long as I can start getting that going every single time, it's going to work out. We have 3-4 more games, playoffs. We already won 2 games, so we're guaranteed for the playoffs pretty much. We have 2 0-0 teams, 1-1 teams, and a couple of 1-2 something teams and 1 undefeated team. So we're guaranteed for the playoffs. I got 3 weeks to start grinding, and I appreciate the fact that you guys are in it for the long haul. Unfortunately, I could dump in on another team next year. And even if I did end up on the Mavs next year, the whole thing's going to look different just by the way we're set up.
Right.
So I got to put in a lot more work than you do because you know that you'll have the ability to have this guy look out for you in this instance. So I have to I got to wake the fuck up and get it all back together and act like I'm 23 years old again.
Yeah. Our leagues are so different in that regard, which is kind of fun. But yeah, it's cool because now that I know my misses are I'm short when I'm all arms, just like what you were talking about. And when I'm left, it's because my follow through, I don't pop my wrist and point to the basket. I slide to the left a little bit with my follow through. And so I've just been on free throws, working on the follow through so that my wrist goes straight. And then on the threes, making sure my leg gets into it, like you said, and it's helping out a lot. Plus, I got a gym membership and they have a basketball court. And so I can shoot on an actual gym with no wind and no elements and no shit like that, just like I play in. So that's hopefully going to be helpful as well. But I got to find the best time to go up there. Dude, when I was there, I know I told you it was packed. There were probably like 30 to 35 people there. So it's so frustrating because there's only one court when they're running full. So it's like, do I really want to sit for 20 to 25 minutes to run one 5-minute game and then sit again?
And that's what I started thinking about whenever you're telling me you were shooting there on the side and then you went to the front with the other guy. Like, are you able to shoot on the side courts and the side rims? I'm sorry about all this.
Not when they're running. Not when they're running games, because it's just one court and it has the 6 rims around it.
Yeah, that's dope though too.
Yeah,
because maybe one day you can ask people listen, I'm trying to work out. Can you guys hit 4-on-4? on the side rims. It's the same as 5-on-5 long ways.
Yeah.
That's what we used to do, 4-on-4 half court at Grace.
Yeah.
We wouldn't allow 5-on-5 because it was just too congested.
If
and
I'm there first, I definitely like if they're telling me like, hey, we're gonna run, I'll be like, yo, run sides, bro. Like,
yeah.
But there seems
and
to be plenty of
4-on-4 is
time to get
perfect.
shots up. So
Yeah, 4-on-4 sides is perfect. And the fact that you guys have them, we have LA Fitnesses. So it's 2 rims, full court. I'm gonna have to get there whenever nobody else is. And I've already talked to you about it, but literally everybody in the league, we've all talked about when we can all get open runs in, we can all fuck around with each other. And it's 12 o'clock, it's 2 o'clock, it's 4 o'clock, it's 6 o'clock, literally all times of the fucking day. These people are at the LA Fitnesses, the 2 that are around me. So
yeah.
I'd literally have to travel to be able to get my alone time, which I'm fine with it being able to get the runs in, but I'm also have to get disciplined in every single. I wasn't going to do it tonight because I talked to you about my knee spasm. There was no way I was running tonight, but I have to get into the discipline. Like you on the elliptical, like you're ready to get back on that fucking elliptical.
Yeah.
Like just running isn't enough now. That's what I want to get to. That's where I want to get going and be ready. But it's a lot to have to do with the basketball aspect of it too. And I'd rather just go to a fucking Planet Fitness for $10 if I can't run by myself a little bit.
When is your next season start? Like how much of an off season do you have?
A lot. So I thought that there was going to be 2 seasons at first whenever I figured out we all play each other one time and then we have playoffs.
Yeah.
But no, it's the same. Every year, April, May is signups and the start is June. So we have a like 6, 7, 8 month. I don't know how playoffs work yet. So I don't know how extended they are. I don't know if we're going to August, if we're going to September. I don't know what it's like, but it seems like we have a good 5, 6 months off of our league.
You're gonna be able to come out way different.
Yeah, and I already told you too. Like if they don't text me and tell me that I can't come back, being the first person ever, which I wouldn't disagree with. I told that man like, yo, if you want to take outside of basketball, we can. I told the team who's probably going to end up winning the championship this year and the Blazers that they were trash. That you might have got the more points than me. You might have got the more 3-pointers than me, but you took the L. You're trash. You're nothing. You're a baseball player. Get the fuck out of here. Is literally the quotes I told them.
Yeah, but that's what they've been wanting, man. They say they like that. So
every motherfucking Blazer stuck around and watched us lose to the Bucks last week, though.
Good. Like, and they were laughing what the league wants, bro. That's what the league wants.
So, and that's what
McKinnon Financial or whatever the fuck.
Hey, listen, if you're in Florida, if you're in South Florida and you're sick of your job, you're sick of working 9 to 5 and you have some money put away and you're willing to fucking risk yourself, get with McKinnon Financial.
Get those bitches to sponsor the pod.
Hey, that's a non-paid fucking sponsor right there. But for real, dude's cool as shit. The guy who runs McKinnon Financial is cool as shit. He beat us. The only one he's got this year. He was the guy I guarded most of the time because I knew if he ever shot the ball, I was going to swat him. So I had 0 points against me that game, but we lost. And Zach had 15 points against him, but he's crying. So I am texting Scott tomorrow and letting it be known that we need to have a game plan. Old Joe's gone this week. He's on vacation, and he ate a lot of minutes. So it's really going to come down to Scott, like letting it be known. If he tells me to shut up and sit on the sidelines, if he doesn't move, it's fine. I'll be fine with that. I'll be fine with a loss. Because if he does that and we continue to play 4-on-5 on offense or defense, we will lose every fucking game this year, bro. It's going to happen. Yeah. It will absolutely happen. But I'm down. I'm texting him. I'm going to let it be known. I'm hungry. I want to eat.
Yeah, just put in your work, man. You can't help the 6 other people. If he tells me
to have a Cobb salad, I'm going to be ready for next year.
Yeah. You can't help the other 6 people on your team. You can help you and do what you got to do. And that's what I love about, like, we've lost every single game, but our boys want to play and our boys are respectful and our boys do what they got to do, which is great.
And you know me, bro. I'm not with that shit.
All right.
I am not with that shit.
So let's move on to the little bit of news that we have. There's not a lot, but I feel like there'll be a lot more next week, and we'll see how late Seal wants to stay up next week, but who knows when we'll record next week, but we'll talk about that near the end of the pod. But let's start with the football, since there was just kind of one main story, since there's not really a lot of football going on. But a huge story. The Browns
Actually, there was another one I want to talk about.
Finally got away from Baker Mayfield. He's heading to the Panthers to ride their bench instead of where it's cold in the winter. So that's nice, I guess.
Yeah.
But realistically, so it's Sam Darnold versus Baker Mayfield. And right now there's camps all over the place. I've heard media heads say it's a lock for Baker. I've heard people say it's a lock for Darnold and everywhere in between. So do you think, I mean, it's a great move for Carolina because they just had to give up one draft pick, but basically, but what do you think about this?
Baker, the Browns took on $10 million of his contract, so it literally cost the Panthers a pick in what, $5-6 million of salary cap space this year.
Yeah,
and it's amazing. This guy's coming off of beating the Steelers 2 times. He couldn't do it 3 times because that's only what the Jaguars can do. But that was the gayest thing I've ever done.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, he can't do that. But no, Baker has been playing football since he was a 6th grader. Sam Darnold has been playing football for about 7 years. So if we add the math, Baker's been playing at least twice as long as this kid has. And if he doesn't win the starting competition, it's got to be in laughing stock, right? They got Matt Corral, the Ole Miss guy,
right,
who he would have been the best guy except for Kyle Pickett was the boss last year for Pittsburgh. Yeah. But the only thing about him was his hand was a little tiny.
Yeah.
Like, right. It comes down to like your hand's tiny. Yeah, but it'll wiggle like a worm and get it done. Right. Everybody wants to talk about how tiny it is when guys, if we can wiggle it, it'll get the job done. So if his hand's able to get it done, Kyle Pickett can't be the guy. We can all agree that Matt Corral is not going to be a starter next year. Kyle Pickett very much could be the guy in Pittsburgh next year. Like, it could happen.
I don't even think he's going to be the starter in Pittsburgh. I mean, he might be. Just we'll see. But
I mean, yeah,
we can talk about that when it gets closer to time. But
yeah, but
we'll see how
what the fuck is his name? Mitchell Trubisky.
Yeah, Trubisky should be the starter.
Is the guy, but Corral could come out, or Pickett could come out and do work.
Yeah,
but I don't think Corral is going to be the guy. So it's yet to be seen. There's a lot of question marks in this draft, and there's nothing that we should set in stone yet.
So bringing in Baker, then let's get back to that. Like, what does that do for your team? If like, yeah, we're expecting them to be the starter. Yeah, you only give up a 5th round pick for him because I don't expect him to play enough to make it that 4th round pick. And you're only paying like $5 million to him. So is it just put your chips in and hope it goes well, or do you think they actually have a plan for using Baker?
Oh no, they have a plan. Absolutely. I mean, this Panthers team, they have 3 or 4 guys on the defensive end in the last 5 years that have been drafted in the 1st round. They had a lot of picks, right? They still have Cam, and nobody's talked about Cam since the Baker thing. Like he's going to end up somewhere else. He's probably going to stay with New England. We'll see what happens. But a lot of things were going about Cam coming back to the Panthers, and it hasn't been talked about since the draft. And so this makes me think that they really do have a guy. And Baker, this has always been the plan. They were just waiting on them to minimalize and Cleveland and be like, listen, you're going to have to go with Jacoby. This motherfucker's not going to start. We're not giving you shit. We'll let you pay $10 million of his contract. We'll take the other $16 million, and that's pretty much it. We'll give you a couple eggs here and there, but that's pretty much it. And they waited around, and the Panthers ended up getting what they wanted. And like we've already talked about, like it's a done deal in my eyes that it's Baker's job, and in Cleveland it's Jacoby's job. Like that's why they went and got Jacoby. Deshaun's going to be gone. If he's not gone for at least a year, these motherfuckers that are getting fucking year bans for betting on games for 2 weeks when they're suspended, these motherfuckers who are getting fucking 3-4 year bans for domestic violence on an ex-girlfriend that nothing ever got proved about, but you got this guy sitting out for 8 weeks, 9 weeks. Like that's literally the fucking Browns' plan right now, is that Deshaun Watson will be gone for not a year. Most 10
what?
Weeks. Yeah.
Hold on. No, hold on. No, this is a
Oh,
different what.
but at the most 10 weeks. So, like, yeah, Jacoby Brissett was known to come out and say, Kevin Durant went somewhere.
No, I'm flipping off Zoom because apparently there's no longer an unlimited time limit on this shit. So
Oh,
this meeting
yeah.
will end in 10 minutes and we're gonna have to figure out what the fuck to do.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you only get 40 minutes to a Zoom meeting now.
What the fuck are we
This
going
is
to do?
some bullshit. I don't know, dog. Well, that sucks.
So we're going to do a part 1 and part 2 and blend them together.
I don't know, man. I'm fucking over it right
So we
now.
got 10 minutes for Zoom.
I
And
guess
then we'll
so.
go into NBA. So let's just finish this off with NFL and then we'll go into NBA after
That's
this.
some
I'm good.
bullshit. Yeah,
It is
sure.
bullshit, but it's stupid. But we can go 40 minutes at a time. But yeah, it's annoying as fuck. But I am excited as fuck for the newcomers coming up and a lot of the guys who started off last year hot, in the last year hot. I'm talking about Gabe Davis, who
Mm-hmm.
fucking came out and was doing work. This next year, he's ESPN's top 10 athlete to do the most coming out of nowhere. And we're talking about a guy who in the playoffs and in the last 2 weeks of the year scored 6 touchdowns receiving in 3 weeks. Just went the fuck off for everybody who ever got Gabe Davis for no fucking reason for the finals. You won because this motherfucker was scoring 2-3 touchdowns in the last 2 weeks of the fucking regular season and went off in the playoffs. So yeah, I think he's going to be one of the guys. But the number one guy is Travis Etienne, the Jaguars running back who broke his fucking Achilles or ACL or whatever the fuck it was. And he didn't play a down last year, not in preseason, not in nothing. So I am very excited to see. I mean, that's outsiders. That's not a Jags fan. That's outsiders looking in and seeing that this guy could be the guy. The number 10 person is Gabe Davis in this thing. And the number 1 is Travis Etienne. So I am very excited for both ends. I'm ready for Gabe Davis to show everybody, like, listen, this wasn't no fluke. This wasn't Josh Allen just having to throw up a hoof in a prayer and throwing it to me, knowing I was the guy. Like, I'm the new age Keenan McCardell. Like, I'm the new possession receiver. Like, I'm that guy that's going to get it. He's not Terrell Owens. Gabe Davis is a big motherfucker. He's not DK Metcalf. He's not Terrell Owens. He's more of a Keenan McCardell guy who sticks to the strip and gets the ball and doesn't drop it. Like, that's the closest I can put him to. And if it wasn't on the media, Keenan McCardell would be in the Hall of Fame with Jimmy Smith and Fred Taylor by now. So, I mean, that's high names to look up to.
Yeah, for real. No, I was listening, but this shit was taking a while. So I was gonna shout out, which I'm still gonna shout them out, but now I don't want to shout out the fucking league anymore because their website is straight up trash. But going along with Gabe Davis and all of that you shouted out, a non-NFL player for reasons unbeknownst to me, Marlon Williams. I wanted to shout him out while the football one was still going. The Birmingham Stallions of the USFL won the championship with a 9-1 record. They won 33-10 over the Philadelphia Stars. And Marlon Williams was a baller. He had 7 receptions, 105 yards, including a 41-yard touchdown. He was the leader of that team, receiving wise. He was just really the guy that really helped lead them to a 9-1 record. And it's fucking huge. There's other UCF people there, but I don't care about that because I'm a Marlon Williams guy. The background on my phone is fucking Marlon Williams.
But
so
I really think this is going to get Marlon Williams his shot, right? Mm-hmm. Like, they were 9-1, and the quarterback wasn't even the best quarterback in the league. I think the Lafayette guy or the fucking Louisiana guy was the best guy. Like, he wasn't even shit. Like, Marlon took off. So that's going to, especially with the way Dabo was, I would give a sense that Marlon wouldn't give a fuck about being a running back or receiver. We saw that at UCF. He didn't care. So he's not going to ask for, I need $50 million to be doing the same thing I did last year. But if not, you can trade me to be running back or be what? No, bro, this motherfucker is from South Florida. Right, I believe Marlon's from South Florida.
Yeah,
so. He's a gritty motherfucker. He don't care. He wants to have fun. He wants to explode. He wants to let people know they ain't shit. And whenever he gets the chance in the NFL, this kid's going to take off. He's going to absolutely take off. And he's not going to be the guy that's going to ask you for so many $1,000,000. Give me the fucking minimum. Give me $800,000 in the NFL, and let me show you guys I'm the shit. Look at what I just did in the USFL.
I don't know why he didn't get his chance in the first place. Like
He's small. He's tiny.
he's 5'11". I mean,
What, 5'11", 175
yeah,
pounds?
he looks like a cornerback. So he's a
Like,
cornerback
he's
size,
small.
but
He's tiny.
he's
But
up to, so their play-in thing has him as 204. So he's put on a little bit.
and that shows a lot to the combine that we're going to see here soon. Like, he didn't put up the numbers. His bench presses weren't right. His whatever his cone drills weren't right. Just something about the numbers weren't right. But that's what
Right.
I love about the USFL. The XFL is going to be completely different. It's going to be the league under the USFL. It's not like the USFL right now, the way they're going, the way they're playing. Like, yeah, a lot of games are ending 16-21 and all this shit. But the players that actually play and make plays like Mario Williams did, being 9-1, those teams are scoring 21, 34 points a game, and he was getting 2 touchdowns a fucking game. So that's going to show something. The XFL wants to come out and be like the G League. No,
Yeah.
that'll never happen. The way your rules are set up, the way we know it's going to go, the USFL is going to be the G League of the NFL, and there's no way this motherfucker isn't invited to training camp.
Yeah, he's
Like,
got to
there's no
get
way.
put on a team somewhere just to
Like,
see what
there's
he can
no
do.
way. And the only thing that could come back against him is that he's been playing football for the last 5 months.
How is that going to come against you, though? That's good, though, in my opinion.
I mean, a lot of these guys are coming off of a break and resting their fucking hips and all this shit. And with the way injuries are these days, something can happen. But if he's able to pass the physical and get going, there's no way. Like, if Marlon Williams is not on a goddamn team this year in the NFL, something's got to give. Like, Gabe better be preaching to Josh Allen, to fucking everybody, the little bald-headed coach they got. Like, y'all need to fucking bring this motherfucker in. You see how many fucking receptions I got in the postseason? You see how many receptions I got up to the postseason? All of them were touchdowns. And this motherfucker's going to get us up to those touchdowns.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not going to have to worry about Diggs and nobody else. Diggs and the fucking Dawson Knox, who had to have a foot surgery. It fucking sucks after that.
He sucks so bad. So bad.
But
yeah, I wanted to shout him out. So we have 2 minutes left. Do you have anything else football related or non-basketball related to talk about?
Not really. I mean, I'm excited to see what the Panthers do. I'm excited to see what we have come out of this. And I'm excited for football, bro. This is the last month without it. The Jaguars are leading off all of football with the Las Vegas Raiders. And their quarterback group sucks in Vegas right now, besides Derek Carr. Like, they have nobody. They have nobody. So Derek Carr's not playing until week 3. Because we just had 2 preseason games the last 2 years. The teams got comfortable with those. So these first 2, there's going to be nobody. And guess what? We're going to run the fuck out of these guys with the fucking Dakotas, with the Trayvons, with all these guys that we got out of nowhere that we shouldn't have got. They're going to have to come out here and get that experience. And these motherfuckers are going to be sitting around like, oh, yeah, we got our team together. Wait, half of these guys aren't going to be on the team. No, we want to know where our roster is. We're going to want to know right off rip. So I don't see us losing more than 1 game in the preseason. I'm excited.
Nice. Yeah, you guys are the preseason warriors. All right, so
damn sure are.
So we're gonna
go
go
1-3 since 2013, baby.
We're gonna go ahead and check out of here. If this thing comes up as 2 podcasts, that's cool. Otherwise, stay tuned. It might be edited together. We don't really fucking know how this shit works. This is brand new. So we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Wait, wrong button. Son of a bitch.
Oh.